Ricky Craven is about to take this restart as the leaders, but all the cars right behind him have 4 fresh tires.
Boy, if he just doesn't have any help. I mean, there's nobody, everybody's got tires around him. He's a sitting duck.
And he had about 14 laps on those tires. And, you know, maybe the stopwatch had not fallen off that much, but, Darrell, fresh tires just allow you to maneuver the car, move around in traffic, drive it to the bottom, drive it to the top.
Yeah, and, of course, what's happening right now is you got lap cars all around you with new tires, and here comes Kenseth up on the outside. And
look at Kenseth all the way up against the wall. He ran out of racetrack in 3 and 4.
He got it up against the wall. He was trying a little too hard.
3 wide for second place.
Rusty Wallace in the middle in the 2 car.
Here's what they know, folks.
And look at Sterling. He took advantage on the bottom of the racetrack right there.
Now, this is when you say, hey, maybe those 4 old tires aren't too bad because these guys are going to wreck each other.
As Kenseth and Wallace got together, Marlin took the low groove to the high road.
This is why I love Winston Cup racing. It's unpredictable. Ricky Craven's got to get up on that wheel. He's got to stay off they got to stay off that radio and let him focus. Don't talk to me right now. Just tell me how many laps there is to go. And go, Steve.
DW, let's talk to Mike Mead. Mike, tell us about your decision not to pit.
Well, we got behind here on pit road. We're just going to roll the dice here a little bit. It might bite us here, but, you know, we've been coming out like 5th or 6th, so we'll see what happens here. We're pretty good on over the tires. It might bite us, but we'll see.
20 laps to go when they come back. And Marlin closing right up, still running that bottom groove, but now Labonte's coming after Marlin for second.
Right now on those fresh tires, cars biting good at the bottom. Bobby Labonte, though, to the low side, headed down the front stretch, falls back in behind Sterling, going into turn 1.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but this is exciting stuff. When you got guys that kind of on different strategies, you got a guy on old tires, you got guys on new tires.
Last year's finish was exciting. Steve Park beat Bobby Labonte by just a car length.
Got a Ford, a Dodge, and a Pontiac. Got the fastest car, get trapped back here in traffic, trying to catch back up in Kenseth.
But DW, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, and I think right now Ricky Craven's going to be in a world of hurt.
Oh, once they get by him, he'll fall back. He'll fall back to the clutches of probably Jeff Gordon.
First, they got to get by him. Sterling's giving it a run.
Ooh. Side by side, going into turn 1. Craven, he'll try to go to the high side right here.
Whoa, Sterling got loose. The back end got sucked around as they went down in the corner, and he's going to put the slide job on him and take the lead.
Clear all around. Nice and smooth, and you'll check out.
Sterling Marlin trying to give Dodge wins in the first 2 races of the season for the first time in the 54-year history of NASCAR.
And Kenseth is closing back in too. Bobby Labonte taking a look on the inside of Ricky Craven down into turn 1, and he'll take the position. He'll gas it and come off ahead of him. He'll put the slide job on him, come up in front of him. Down the back they go. Boogity, boogity. All right.
Rusty Wallace dropping back into the clutches of Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon.
Here comes Jeff Gordon on the bottom underneath Burton and Wallace. We got racing everywhere.
Here's another guy. He's into the picture right now. Tony Stewart, that 20 car. He's all over Ricky Craven. He wants that 4th position. He wants to get up there and race these guys.
I tell you, I like the way Bobby Labonte is able to run a little lower than everybody else. He's a lane lower. The same thing he did last year here racing against Steve Park.
And let's see now. Who picked Labonte?
I don't want to even talk about it.
I believe that was Terry Labonte you picked.
Get out of here.
Labonte, the fastest speed last lap by.
Imagine that. Come on, buddy.
15 to go.
Right here. Drive under. Gas it.
Here we go. Sterling to the top side. Gets a good bite, though, off the corner. Able to keep those RPMs up on the high side.
He run with you. He cannot run with you.
They're telling him he can't run with. Well, how come he's knocking my bumper off then?
Well, look who's the fastest, guys. 14 laps to go. Matt Kenseth in that 17 car.
Well, see, as long as they race each other, that's going to help Kenseth. Bobby is distracting Sterling, and that's slowing them both down, and Kenseth's going to slip up there, and he's got a fast car. We know that.
Just the way Sterling got the lead when the 2 Fords got rubbing each other.
Yep.
And it's not going to be many laps. We're going to catch 3 or 4 lap cars up there, and that's something you don't want to see either here.
Oh, you get a couple of lap cars running side by side, and they can change everything. I'm just really impressed, though, with Sterling and Bobby Labonte, how they played there, and here they are, those two dogs up there racing each other.
You know, this is going to play out all right for Ricky Craven. Mike Beam figured they would have gotten out of the pits in 5th place.
Yeah.
Right now, he's in 5th place, so it really didn't hurt him.
No, you know, they've been a little slow in the pits all day, and I think it's probably had something to do with his decision.
Here's a battle right here for 6th. Jeff Burton, he's just been quietly going forward all day long underneath Rusty Wallace for the 6th position.
Come on, boys.
Rusty don't want to give it up that easy as they head down the backstretch side by side to turn 3. Ever since that last restart, Rusty's car has not been what it was, I think, a little bit earlier in the race.
Well, you know, Rusty has a tendency sometimes to make adjustments there for the final 10 or 20 laps, and saw him do it at Richmond last year. I hope that isn't what happened, but he knows that he does that sometimes.
Back up front, where Bobby Labonte is all over Sterling Marlin, and it'll be 10 to go this time.
The one that the guy that's going to be the spoil in this whole thing, and Sterling probably end up being the beneficiary of it, is when Matt Kenseth gets up there and gets up under Bobby Labonte, because he is creeping into the picture.
Right now, those top 3 cars, though, Marlin, Labonte, and Kenseth, lap times identical that last lap.
Jeff Green may have dropped a cylinder. He has fallen to 12th. 3 cars out of the race with engine trouble. Last year in this race, 1 car departed with engine failure.
But the one engine rule has not had any effect whatsoever on this race. We always have a couple of engine failures every time you come here, you know, so that's just been normal.
Pit crews have done their job. It's in the hands of the drivers now.
Oh, trouble down here in turn 1, guys. 31 car went around.
Robbie Gordon.
This could be the race for the win right here. Back to the flag.
Come on.
No caution yet.
No flag. Yet. He's well down on the apron, Darrell, and he's going to get away. We're going to stay green.
Oh, boy. I bet that surprised a lot of people.
Smoke from Schrader, turn 4. Lots of smoke out of the M&M Pontiac.
He's hit the wall. Boy, these guys are dodging bullets everywhere.
Still no caution. Schrader's going to go straight to the garage.
Yep. Smoke out from underneath that car.
Make that 4 engines, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we spoke too soon.
Here comes Kenseth. Put the left wheels almost down on the flat that time.
Come on.
He's right down there where he's been good. This is off turn 2 down the backstretch. Got lap cars in front of him. It's going to get exciting, guys.
Here we go. He's good down on the bottom side here. He has been all day. He gets a great run through here. He comes off, and he should be able to come up in front of Sterling.
And he will.
And he does.
Come up on Harvick and then Benson. 6 to go.
And I think Bobby Labonte has said, okay, guys, y'all fight it out.
Kenseth's taken off.
And passing a car,
got
he
debris
was
all over.
3/10 of a
We got debris all
quicker.
over the front straightaway here. Got a big old hunk of tire laying down here in the racetrack. We got to have a caution.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Got to come around with 5 to go.
I think Sterling.
Come right through them, but there you go.
Sterling was wobbling up at turn 4 there like he had a problem.
Steve?
Well, guys, we heard Sterling Marlin radio in. He said there's oil on the track. I got into something. That's what he's saying happened to that 40 Dodge.
I don't know if he hit anything or not, but he sure was bobbing and weaving off of turn 4 there.
Not sure who lost that piece of tire.
The 31 car.
I believe so.
Now, here's the real strategy, guys. We have 5 laps to go. Will NASCAR stay consistent and red flag this race where we can have a green flag finish? That's where the strategy comes.
I don't think they will, because this is just picking up a little debris down here. We should be back to green in about a lap or so.
Well, last week there was a late caution that required a lot of cleanup, and the race was red flagged in its closing 10 laps.
This was a big chunk of rubber that came off of the 31 car. I think they get that picked up. We'll be able to go back green here pretty quick.
Let's look at Robbie Gordon here.
Just trying real hard here late in the race. I think he and Jimmy Johnson have had a little something going all day. Jimmy Johnson may end up being the winner in that battle.
Well, Robbie was down there pretty low when that happened.
Come on, man, get it straight down. Nobody's up to you. Come on.
10th caution ties the record for a 400-mile race here.
Across the line here, caution flag is still out. 3 laps to go.
Well, you know, we could have a restart here like we did at Daytona. Sterling is sitting there in second place again. like he was at Daytona behind Jeff Gordon.
Well, they would have to give one to go next time by, but they have not had time yet to open pit road, so the cars could make stops.
It's got to be one to go this time.
So that's why the race has not been red flagged.
Safety truck down here in 3 and 4 picking up what little debris there is. That's mostly just rubber from that tire. That's what the big chunk was down here. It was about 3/4 of a Goodyear tire.
A lot of smoke now from Jeff Green's car, slowing down under caution. His car smoking quite a bit.
No indication from the flag man that he's going to go for the green flag. He's talking on his radio here. Let's see what he's going to do.
There's Matt Kenseth's wife, Katie. We'll see if she'll go to victory lane. If they give one to go, we could race one lap. Cleanup truck is still in turn 4, and there is no indication of a lap to go before we go green, so it appears this race will end under caution.
Yeah, I think it will. White flag next time by, so you know you can't get one to go in the middle of you can't restart them without warning.
It had to come right then.
Yeah.
So next time by will be the white flag. Now they've pitted Elliott Sadler and put tires on his car.
Maybe they think this is still a 500-mile race.
I believe if I was Wood Brothers, I'd be out there stopping him, taking them back off.
I would too. Please don't knock those stickers off.
Well, he was at the tail end of being, I believe, 2 laps down, so had little to lose.
He thought if they got it, but if it went back green, it might get him a spot or two, I guess. But this isn't going to go back green because we're going to get the white this next time by. They're still picking up trash everywhere. That tire came apart and started knocking the rear quarter panel off that 31 car, and he just drug that all the way around the racetrack.
NASCAR has asked for Robbie Gordon, his crew chief and owner, to come to the NASCAR trailer when this race is concluded. Talk about all of that.
I think he and Jimmy Johnson have had a little love affair going on all afternoon.
I think it was just continuing down there in turn 3 and 4 under caution.
White flag waves with the caution. Only ran 160 miles an hour most of the day, but today, right now at about 55 or so, he's going to make that final lap, and then Matt Kenseth will go to victory lane for the second time in his Winston Cup career.
And he has had an awesome car. He did a great job. And those guys there are the ones that need to get a pat on the back because he has had incredible pit stops, in and out all day long first.
This is awesome. I mean, we're going to get the finish out of this thing. Guys act like real champions today. What a great job over the wall. Great job driving today, Matt and Mike. Awesome. Everybody that worked on this thing, great job.
That's Robbie Reiser.
Good job, Matt. We're really proud of you, bud. You hung tough there and you went back and you take it back when they took it from you, bud. That's wonderful.
And that's car owner Jack Roush.
Cat in the hat.
I mean, they had a great race car today, great pit stops. Matt done a great job.
I thought we were done.
This has been a great place for second victories. It's Kenseth's second career victory. Last November, Joe Nemechek got his second career victory here. And last spring, Steve Park got his second career Winston Cup win here.
Craven stayed out on his old tires and finished 5th. Probably is
right about where they thought they'd be.
What they thought they'd do. So that turned out all right too.
Checkered flag in the air. Matt Kenseth for Jack Roush and Ford scores his second career Winston Cup win. Sterling Marlin, the runner-up. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Ricky Craven, the first 5.
And that caution had no effect on the race whatsoever because Kenseth had to race one.
The best car won the race.
The best car won the race.